Good day everyone and welcome to the HP Classroom. This lesson is all about the standard equation of circles. The objectives of this video is to understand the standard equation of a circle, its key parts, and how to graph it on the coordinate plane. We have 8 items here in our exercises, and we will give the standard equation of the circle satisfying the given conditions. Since napag-aralan na natin sa unang video kung paano or ano ang standard equation ng circle na may dalawang kondisyon. It can be the center is located at the origin or not located at the origin. O, ano ba yung origin? It has the coordinates of a point that has the coordinates at 0, 0. Now, this is our first example. Ang ating gagawin is to give the standard equation and that satisfies the condition. Condition lang yung binigay, so gagawin natin, we will look for the standard equation. Now, before doing that, recall lang natin na pag ang standard equation ng circle is located at, if the center of the circle is located at the origin, meron tayong standard equation na x squared plus y squared equals r squared. If hindi naman siya located at the origin and it has a center hk, ibig sabihin any number aside from 0, so it has the standard equation of the sum of the squares of x minus h and y minus k equals r squared. Okay, so let's start. The first condition is center at the origin, radius 4. Now, para madali, kasi yun lang naman yung hahanapin natin. The center and the value of the radius. Kasi isa-substitute natin yung value ng h and k sa ating given, and then ifa-formulate lang natin yung standard equation. Yun lang, wala pa naman tayong masyadong isa-solve. Then, we will graph this on the coordinate plane if yun ang hinihingi ng situation. Now, para sagutan to, simply, alamin muna natin, what is the center? Palitan natin siguro like color blue. Center. Ano ba ang center? At the origin. Sabi, pag at the origin, ano ang kanyang center? Ang kanyang coordinates, it's at 0, 0. So, ilalagay nyo lang, 0, 0. So, tinitingnan natin yung mga conditions bago natin gawa ng standard equation. And what is the radius? The radius is equal to 4. So, yan. Pwede na kaya nating isolve ang or i-transform ang standard equation? So, maybe. Let's see. Ang gagamitin natin ngayon is this one. Kasi, sabi the center is at 0, 0. Kasi ang mangyayari doon, h becomes 0, k becomes 0. So, babalik lang din dito sa equation sa itaas. For convenience, ito na yung gagamitin natin. Then, we do not have, wala na tayong gagawin, sa ating 0, 0 or sa center kasi it's already done. Dito na lang tayo sa r. Pag nagsusubstitute tayo ng r, papansinin nyo, it's squared. So, copy x squared plus y squared. Then, substitute 4. That is 4 squared. And the final equation is this. X squared plus y squared equals 16. And then we will box this. This is the standard equation of the first given. So since meron tayo ditong graphing paper sa tabi, on the right side, we will graph this. Kung yun ang hinihingi, ano? Maybe we'll use color blue. Yan. Since the center is at the origin, yun muna ang idodraw natin. Nilakayan ko lang. Center at 0, 0. Nilagyan ko ng label. Since the radius is 4, from the center, pwede tayong umakyat ng 1, 2, 3, 4. Then, kung tayo yung magdodraw mismo, pwede tayong mag-count 1, 2, 3, 4. Para may guide, 1, 2, 3, 4. and 1, 2, 3, 4. Para pag gagawa tayo ng circle, kahit hindi masyadong perfect, ay madadaanan yung yan. So, this is the graph of x squared plus y squared equals 16. So, that's it. Ganyan lang po mag-solve and then nilalagyan siya ng label yung kung anong equation yon. So, ganyan lang po hanapin ang standard equation ng circle. So, naintindihan ba? Let's go to another example. Now, ganun lang din yung gagawin katulad ng number 1. Let's read. Center is at negative 4, 3 and radius at square root of 7. Okay, sorry. Again, center is at negative 4, 3. Radius is square root of 7. Now, take a look at the center as our guide. This is our guide. Ang center ba ay nasa origin or nasa not located at the origin? Yes, it's not located at the origin. So, since yun ang condition, ito yung gagamitin natin. Now, let's work on what we have or let's work on the given kung paano natin siya masosolve. Let's write the center. Center is at negative 4, 3. Take a look at the radius. The radius is at square root of 7. Or square root of 7. Now, since gagamitin natin to, ilagay lang natin yung, okay, the squared of x minus h plus the squared of y minus k equals r squared. We'll just substitute what we have. Okay, paano yon? Ibahin natin yung color. This is h and this is k. Para kita natin. Ano? So, substitute natin. X minus, yan. Mapapansin natin that h and k, ang x minus h is positive. Natandaan nyo, h is positive and k is positive. Paano pag negative yung h? Ganito siya. Okay? X minus 4. Ganyan ang gagawin natin. Kasi, h is positive pag sa x minus h. Pero dapat, kasi negative times negative, magiging positive siya kung si h ay negative. Okay, tingnan nyo na lang. Kasi simply substituting pa lang tayo, no? Y minus 3. So, since positive naman siya, wala namang gagawing iba. Then, square root of 7. Then, mahilig tayo doon. Yan. Okay? Let's evaluate. X, negative times negative 4 becomes x plus 4 squared. Kaya, kung ang h natin is negative, magiging positive ang ating standard equation. Ano? Yung binomial ng x. Y minus 3, copy. And then, mapapansin niyo paano isosolve to? Kung isosolve natin yan, that becomes, ang square root of 7 is equal, di ba sa pag transform natin ang ating radical symbol into exponential form, so siya ay magiging 1/2. Ang gandahan natin yung 1/2. 1/2. Then, ita-times natin siya sa exponent na 2, di ba? Ang rule na to, it says that you need to multiply the exponents. Okay? Power of a power. I think this is a power of a power. So, 7 is raised to 1/2 times 2. So, diba? We will multiply numerator to numerator, denominator by denominator. So, 7 becomes 2 over 2. 7 is raised to 2 over 2. This becomes 7 raised to 1. Or simply, 7. Okay? So, simply, makakancel out lang. Shortcut is makakancel out lang yung square root ng squared. Yun lang yung meaning nun. So, in-explain ko lang ng mas mahaba. So, therefore, this is 7. Yun lang. So, I'll remove the explanation here. And then, let's continue. And now, we already get standard equation of the circle. Given center as negative 4, 3, and radius is square root of 7. So, para sa graph, syempre may graph tayo dyan. I used Desmos graphing calculator online para mag-graph. So, papakita ko na lang siguro yan sa online class natin. Ito yung na-generate na graph. Mapapansin natin, we will graph the center. We will graph the center. The center is at, dahil ito ay negative 4, and this is positive 3. So, pagtatagpuin natin sa gitna, here it is. Nandyan siya. And the square, and 7, so since kukunin natin yung square root niya, so yan yung naging solving ng kanyang radius. And now, this is center at negative 4, 3. And lalagay lang natin yung equation. This is the graph of x, the squared of x plus 4 plus the squared of y minus 3 equals 7. And that's how you graph the standard equation of the circle given the second condition. Next, for third example, we have circle in figure 1.7. Mapapansin niyo itong figure na to. This is the figure on our last video. Okay? So, mapapansin natin, titingnan agad natin, is the center located at the origin? Kasi given siya. Is the center located at the origin? No. So, therefore, ito agad yung gagamitin natin. Ganun lang. Simply take a look at the center and then malalaman nyo na yung gagamitin nating standard equation ng circle. Now, let's write the details. Why am I using red? Let's use green. Center is at 3, 1. Saan natin kinuha yon? Nandito naman, given na. Now, the radius. For radius, so pwedeng gamitin natin is yung counting method na lang. Simply count. 1, 2. Magsa-start tayo, hindi sa dot. Magsa-start tayo sa sunod na unit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so radius is 5. Kung gusto nyo gumamit ng distance formula, pwede din. Pero given naman na dito na the distance is 5 units. Then, simply copy the equation. Yan. And then substitute the values. X minus our h is at 3 and our k is 1. So, ganyan lang yan. Is 3, the squared of x minus 3 plus the squared of y minus 1. Our r is 5 squared. And the final answer is the squared of x minus 3 plus the squared of y minus 1 equals 25. In this example, you do not need to graph it anymore kasi nandiyan naman na sa figure. Okay? Next example. I hope na iintindihan ninyo, nakakasabay kayo. Now, let's have the fourth example. Circle A in figure 1.9. Since this is figure 1.9, let's take a look at circle A. I will use red this time. So, is the point located at the origin? No, since it's not, therefore, ito ulit yung gagamitin natin. Ganun lang kadali. And get the details first. Our center is at, unahin natin yung x kasi this is the x, this is the y axis. So, ang x natin is at negative 2. And our y, ito yung negative 2. Then dito, then ito yung center niya. Since ito yung circle, our y is at negative 1. I hope marunong kayo niyan, ha? Next, our radius. So, sa radius, madali lang. Pwede natin gamitin yung counting. Okay? Horizontal or vertical from the center. So, let's count. Maybe here, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so let's have 4. So the radius is 4. Pag pataas, 1, 2, 3, 4. Still the same. So radius is at 4. Now, since we have all the details, let's use the equation to substitute the values. Okay. What is the value of h? The value of h is at negative 2. X minus 2 squared plus y minus 1. Ay, hindi maganda yung aking parenthesis dun. Minus 1 equals 4 squared. Okay, so let's evaluate x plus 2 kasi negative times negative is positive, and then y plus 1 squared kasi negative times negative is positive. 4 times 4, hindi 4 times 2, 4 times 4, 16. And this is the equation or standard equation of circle A in figure 1.9. Simply put, lagyan natin center is at negative 2, negative 1. And then let's write the equation here. Y plus 1 squared equals 16. Para alam natin na itong circle na to has this standard equation. Now, let's have another example. The circle B naman in figure 1.9. Same lang din yung gagawin natin. Since it's not located at the origin, hindi siya located at the origin, ito ulit. Let's get the details. Center is at x muna, which is 3. Then tapat ng y, it's 2. Now, let's look for the radius, pwedeng vertical or horizontal. So, let's have 1, 2, 3. It's 3. The radius is at 3. Now, simply copy the standard equation of a circle not located at the origin and substitute our values. X minus 3 squared plus y minus 2 squared. O, baka hindi na naman alam kung saan ang galing yun. This is h and k. Para lang sure, 3 squared. Now, to finalize our answer, let's have the squared of x minus 3 and the squared of y minus 2 equals 9. And this is the standard equation of the given circle. Lagyan lang natin dito, center is at 3, 2, and the equation is the squared of x minus 3 plus y, the squared of y minus 2 equals 9. And that's it. Sana medyo nakukuha nyo na. Now, let's have example number 6. Let's have the center at 5, 6 tangent to the y-axis. Okay, do you know what is tangent? Tangent line is the line that touches one point of the circle. Nung grade 10 nyo yun. Ano? So, since hindi naman talaga siya at 0, 0, ito yung gagamitin natin. Then, our condition, it is tangent to the y-axis. So, i-plot muna natin. So, sa mga ganitong bagay, you need to plot the condition para maintindihan mo kung ano yung ibang details. So, 5, 6. This is the x-axis. This is the y-axis. Maybe you can use another color. This is 5 sa pagitan po ng 4 and 6. And this is 6. And then we will plot. Center is at 5, 6. Okay? I'll delete this. Now, tangent daw siya to the y-axis. Magta-touch yung kanyang point ng circle, one point sa y-axis. So, since this is the y-axis, ang takbo ng ating graph is pagta-touch dito. Okay. Let's see. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bakit 5? Kasi nag-touch na dito eh. Kumbaga, magpo-form tayo dyan ng circle. Then, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yan. Yan yung magiging rough estimate ng ating circle. It touches the y-axis at one point on the circle. And anong radius niya ngayon? Since the center is at 5, 6, it touches one point ng y-axis. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The radius is at 5. Since nakuha na natin yung details na hinahanap natin, let's write the equation. And substitute. X is at 5 squared plus y minus 6 squared. R is 5 squared. The final answer is x minus the square root of x minus 5 and the square root of y minus 6 equals 25. And that is the final answer. Simply write nyo lang dito yon plus y minus 6 equals 25. And that's it. Next, have second to the last example. Same pa rin ang center. It's at 5, 6. But, tangent na siya to the x-axis. Ay, nabura. Lagyan na lang natin ng note. Yan. Tangent to the x-axis. So, this is the x-axis, y-axis. So, magta-touch naman siya sa x-axis. Center is at 5, 6 again. So, dito naman siya magta-touch, hindi sa y. Ano? So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So, dito siya magta-touch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Para rough estimate lang nung yan. Ito yung rough estimate ng circle. Ay, mali. Hindi masyadong maganda yung pagkakabilog. Yan. Okay. So, write the details. Center is at 5, 6. Radius, ang binilang natin, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 equals 6. And then, syempre, not located at the origin. Write the given. Kung nadadalian na kayo, pwede na kayong mag-skip ng ibang steps. Okay? Like this one. 5 squared plus y minus 6 squared. Pwede namang isulat nyo na lang kung marunong na talaga kayo, kung sanay na kayo. Y. Ayan. Ano ba sulat yan? Y minus yan equals 36. Maybe from here, you can go here na. And this is the final answer. And we will write the equation. Basta malapit dun sa circle para alam natin na yun yung kanyang equation. Intindihan? Sana nakakasunod. And let's have the last example. So, ano namang condition to? It has a diameter with endpoints A, -1, 4, and B, 4, 2. Now, ang tsura siguro niyan is like this. No? So, diameter daw eh. Yan, rough estimate tayo, rough estimate. Hindi pa naman yan yung nakagraph sa ano. Ibig sabihin, pinakita ko lang, this is a diameter. So, from one point of the circle to another point of the circle passing through the center. And diameter is also twice the radius. Twice daw siya ng radius. Ang nawawala, hindi natin nakita dito walang center. Tama? Wala ding radius. So, anong gagawin natin? Hanapin muna natin sa center and radius bago natin kunin ang standard equation. So, let's have, so marami tayong hahanapin. Let's look for C first. To find center. Paano daw natin mahahanap ang center? Simply, hanapin natin using, diba, distance formula, radius to another point of the circle. Since twice ng radius ang diameter, hanapin natin using the midpoint formula. Yan. Naalala pa ba ang midpoint? Midpoint formula goes like this. Kasi hahatiin natin. Ito yung both endpoints, ito yung center. Hanapin natin yung kalahati para makuha natin yung center ng line. Kaya gagamitan natin siya ng midpoint formula. Let's continue. The formula or the midpoint formula goes like this. X sub 1 plus x sub 2 over 2. I-add natin yung dalawang point and then divide it by 2. Y sub 1 plus y sub 2 over 2. Okay. And ano ba dito yung x sub 1, y sub 1, x sub 2, y sub 2? Maybe red. Let's have x sub 1, y sub 1, x sub 2, y sub 2. Okay, since meron na tayo, yung 2 points na given. Back to green. Now, our x sub 1 is at negative 1 plus x sub 2 is at 4. Then, y sub 1 is 4 plus y sub 2 is 2 divided by 2. Magkakaroon kasi tayo ng coordinate. And the midpoint will serve as the center. Yun yung magsuserve na center. So, negative 1 plus 4 divided by 2 is 3 halves. Huwag nyo nang i-decimal kasi points ang kailangan natin is accurate. 4 plus 2 kuwet is 6 divided by 2 is 3. Yan. Now, we have the center already. This is the center of the circle. Next, to find the radius. Siyempre, wala pa tayong radius. Now, pwede natin gamitan, di ba, from C. Oh, okay, illustrate natin. This is C, this is A, B. For example, ay, parang hindi gitna. Okay lang, kunyari gitna yan. Pwede tayong pumunta from here to here, kunin natin yung distance, or here to here. So, for convenience, gamitin na lang natin yung point A. Mabura ulit. A, C. Nagawa na natin to in the last video. Get the distance formula. So, let's have x sub 2 minus x sub 1 plus y sub 2 minus y sub 1. Okay, hindi ko na binabaan ng ayos, ha. Now, substitute the values. This will serve as the radius, yung A to C. X sub 2, okay, ano ba dyan ang x sub 2 natin na ito? Ito ang y sub 2. Ito ang x sub 1, y sub 1. Okay? Ang x sub 2 natin ay negative 1. Ay, sorry. Minus x sub 1 is 3 halves. Plus, ang y sub 2 natin ay 4 minus 3. Put the squared. And then, continue solving. Now, meron tayong gawin nating improper fraction para maging similar sila. Kasi since ang denominator is 2, so ginawa nating improper fraction yung 1, 2 over 2, negative 2 over 2. 4 minus 3 is 1, so 1 squared. Okay, continue solving. We have negative 5 halves. The square root of negative 5 halves plus 1 equals the square root of 25 halves plus 25 halves. 25, kasi 5 times 5 is 25, 2 times 2 is 4, mali. 25/4 plus. Now, pwede natin gawin, dahil ito'y 1, gawin na natin siyang improper fraction 4/4 para madali na nating isolve. And our radius is at 29/4. Pwede pa nating isimplify yan. Square root of 29/2. Pero, para hindi tayo komplikado mamaya sa pagsusolve, ito na lang yung gagamitin natin. Oh, wait, excuse me. This one. Now, syempre, hindi pa tapos. We need to find the standard equation. Now, using our details, nakuha na natin yung details, ano? So, lagay na natin sa standard equation. We will use this formula. And substitute our values. X minus, what is H? It's 3 halves. The squared of x minus 3 halves plus y minus 3 squared. The square root of 29/4. Ay, parang hindi maganda yung pagkakasulat natin dun. Saganaan natin ng yan. Squared. As we all know, dun sa previous nating example, di ba? We can cancel out this. Kasi na-explain ko na yan. X minus 3 halves, the squared of x minus 3 halves, plus the squared of y minus 3 equals 29/4. And that is, kasi, that is the final answer. Now, kung isip niyo paano daw ma'am i-graph, okay. 3 halves, 3. Ang 3 halves is equal to 1 and 1 half. So, this is 1, this is 2. So, kalahati nun ay yung 1 and 1 half. And then, this is 1, 2, 3. Sa y-axis. So, pagtatagpuin natin yon, this is the center. Center at 3 halves, 3. Now, ayan na. Kasi yung square root of 29/4 is square root to find the radius. So, gamitan na lang natin ng calculator para ma-solve. Ano? I-divide nyo na lang siya. And then, yan yung magiging radius. And this is the circle with the equation x minus 3, the square root of x minus 3 halves plus y minus 3 equals 29/4. Since medyo matagal na yung ating video, ikakat ko na dito and then we'll proceed to the next video. So, thank you for watching. Sana may natutunan.